Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I think every New Year should be celebrated, no matter how crazy the years have been. And yeah, this year is a celebration that's quite different. You can feel it in the atmosphere, it's quite different. But I think it's still a celebration to embrace yourself, it's still a celebration to be yourself. And I just wanted to come up here and just talk about the fact that it's time to embrace yourself in this new year. I'm sure going to do it, and I'm leading that bandwagon. Anybody who wants to join me in it, come through. It's time to embrace ourselves. It's time to embrace a new version of ourselves, reintroduce ourselves, reinvent ourselves, recreate ourselves, rediscover ourselves, remember ourselves this new year, I was thinking back at a lot of things in my life, and I was, sitting with myself. I was like, damn, I really gone through it, hey? But I don't show it. I don't show it. And I think there comes a time in your life where if you have been built by pain, you know how to use it into your gain. Let me repeat that. When you have been built by a lot of pain, you know how to use that in gain. And I just sat with myself and I actually said, you know what, I'm so thankful for myself for not, or basically, I'm embracing myself for not making a character out of my pain and really learning how to embrace myself again, learning how to really turn that into gain. And when I mean gain, I mean by celebrating who I am, celebrating everything that I've gone through, everything, the good and the bad, the insecure parts, the wounded parts, and the crazy parts, and the quirky parts, everything that I have been ridiculed about, or about myself, I have embraced it. And I'm sitting here, obviously, I've got crooked teeth. And I used to be laughed at for so many of these things, and here I am just sitting here and like, you know what, shit, ain't no motherfucker out here got some crooked teeth like me. Shit. And that's part of embracing your uniqueness, embracing all the flaws that society calls it, but it's actually your inner perfection, your inner way of being unique. And yeah, I sat with myself and I was like, I had to release some people because they did not allow me to be who I need to be, and who to embrace who I want to be. And I think it's quite liberating, now that it's a new year, and you sit with yourself, really sit with yourself, and feel all the flaws, feel all the ridicule, feel all the insecurity, and really ask yourself, like, where does this come from? And how can I embrace it this year? How can I really turn it into gain? How can I turn my pain into gain? I think that's a very important thing to ask ourselves this year, because I'm sitting here and I'll definitely share a lot of things that have happened in the past 10 years, 20 years, lifetimes on lifetimes on lifetimes on life. Because a girl's tired, but she doesn't look like it, right? We turn our pain into gain. That's what I mean. Like, how are you turning all that pain into gain? How are you turning all your flaws and making it raw? How are you turning all your tears and making a deer? How are you turning all this darkness and making it into light? Because if we are really, really honest with ourselves, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. I know for me, personally, life hasn't been easy. But when you look at me, you would think that, oh, she has it very easily. And that's what we mean. And that's what I mean by saying, how do you no longer hold on to this narrative of pain and making it a personality? How do you just learn this season or this year and just take it off and just say, you know what, sure, okay, I grew up in struggle. Okay, I had it tough. Okay, my boyfriend broke up with me. Okay, I got cheated on. But now what are we going to do about it? And that is the season this year. And I'm sure going to give you the tips. I'm going to, give you those gems I'm gonna share a lot of these gems that I've learned over the years on how to convert these things and really just make it work for me, make it transform me, and it's hard work. Let's just keep it real. It's hard work, it's inner work, but it is so worthy. It's so worthy to know how strong you can be on the other side of your pain, on the other side of your tears. And that's why it's a celebration. It's a celebration this year, this new year, to celebrate your uniqueness, celebrate and embrace who you have become, because no one knows behind that TV screen, behind that phone, behind the Instagram, behind the likes, behind the comments, behind the friendships, behind all of that. No one knows your real feelings and your real inner problems. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm going deep, guys. I'm so deep sometimes, most times, all the time. And I'm gonna step up and show up and really try, do my best as well. I haven't been in front of the camera in a long time, and I'm not used to it, because I've always been told to be at the back, shut up, stay silent, praise violence. And I think I'm just converting all of these narratives and projections that have been onto me by many adults, families, aunties, grannies, bosses, mockers, and I think it's important this season that we really rise up and really own ourselves and say, hang on, no, I've got a story to tell, and it's my glory. Oh wow. It's my glory to share these dark times and also to share these good times. At the end of the day, we can laugh at our pain, but we can also feel it. It's really important to have the best of both. It's important to share light and be bright and be extravagant in ourselves, but it's also important to go deep and go dark within our souls so that we can be whole. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the faint-hearted, and this video is also not for people who are looking for a quick way to get through the things and the bullshit that we went through in these last seasons, in these last years of our lives. For me, I feel very, very liberated in this season because I just I just thank God. I thank God for never leaving me. When I've left myself, I've seen myself self-sabotage myself just to make others happy. I've seen myself neglect myself just to keep people in my life. I've seen all these aspects of myself that were just so low. It was like the lowest point in my life where I was like, whoa, how did I get here? How did I get to a point where I don't even know my worth? I don't even know how to embrace myself first. How did I get to that point? And I think in these seasons we need to talk about these things. As much as we are celebrating a new year, we need to talk about the aspects of ourselves that we have lost in seasons of trying to keep everybody happy, everybody together, everything together, just for a society that's already breaking. It's already breaking, the society. There's a lie that's coming out, there's dirt that's coming out. I mean, we've seen it from entertainment to family members to friends, you name it. There's a lot of bullshit coming out. As we step into this new season, let's embrace all of that. Let's embrace the whole circle, the good and the bad, the ugly and the sad, the mean stuff, the great stuff. Let's celebrate the hardcore stuff that we've gone through, and the soft stuff, the vulnerable stuff that we also had to go through. When people meet me, they don't know how to put me in. Like, a lot of people who come with disrespect are the first ones to look at me and be like, I can easily, this one, easily cut, delete, chop, chop, chop. They easily think they could, you know do bullshit on me. That's the thing about strength. When you know that people view you in a certain way, you don't have to play that role for them. You don't have to box yourself into that narrative that they think you are. Because like I said, a lot of people, when they look at me, they easily think they can manipulate me. They easily think, oh, this Bonsununu, this little Pikachu. They don't know I can electrocute you. They don't know. They don't know. And that's the thing about embracing your strength, embracing all that hardship, embracing all those heartbreaks that you've had to go through alone, and saying, listen, listen, homeboy, listen, homegirl, don't come, don't, you gotta come correct to stand corrected. That's my ethos. That's my mantra. Come correct to stand corrected. I don't need to be like this season. And I think there is some kind of freedom with that when you realize in the moments of embracing yourself that you do not need to be liked in your seasons of embracing yourself, in the seasons of healing your pain, in the seasons of turning it into gain. You do not need to be liked for who you're becoming. Do you understand what I'm saying? You do not need to be liked for that. You need to like yourself. That's the most important thing. You need to respect yourself. You need to embrace yourself. Because if you don't embrace yourself, who can embrace you? Who can like you? Who can wife you? who can really, you know, value you? 9 times out of 10, a lot of people don't value themselves, so how can they value you? Do you understand what I'm saying? We're living in a world of so much projection and less reflection. So I'm gonna go deep this year, and I want you to join me, swim with me. If you can take it, honey, then let's go with it. But just know that this is the year where you have to embrace yourself. It's the year of celebrating everything, the good and the bad of yourself. And I'll be doing it, trust me. I'm here for it. I'm here, darlings. I'm here. I'm here. I got the microphone on. I got the crooked teeth on. I got everything that I've been ridiculed on. Um, and it's just a matter of embracing it. So, Happy New Year. Whoever watches this, even in the middle of the year, it's still a Happy New Year. You make it a new year. You make it a new you. You reinvent you. You discover you. You recover you. You remember you. And you reintroduce you. Okay? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.